This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
This dude, Pavel Durov, worth an estimated $15.5 billion, offering to cover the cost of IVF treatment for interested, healthy women under the age of 38 who will use his sperm to have a baby using the Ultra Vita IVF clinic, which claims it has the exclusive right to store and use his biomaterial.
Let's talk about sperm for a minute. I have sperm, and I think it's gross.
Okay. I am a lesbian. I, too, believe it to be gross.
We have a consensus. All the sperm headers say aye. No, it gets everywhere.
Although necessary.
On the
But
drapes.
some people like it a lot. Some bitches be like, they be gargling with it. They be rubbing it all over the tater. Yeah. Some dudes like to just watch exclusively the Money Shot.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess.
some people like it.
Easily entertained,
I'm
I
not
guess.
here to yuck your yum, even if it is sperm.
Every time I hear a flying sperm, you know what I think of? I think of
Flying sperm.
that dude, Jesus Christ. The college guy, UW, it was Goo that was suing the university to do his pornos.
Oh, yes. The professor,
Ooh,
yes.
I'm telling you, take caution before you watch his videos because he is in love with his own juices. I'll say that. I'll just leave it. Just going to park that right there. Off you go. Off you go to the dark room. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not here to sperm shame anyone, for Christ's sake.
Oh, you're not going to
Even
sperm
that
shame
guy.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So the clinic describes the offer as a very generous contribution to society from one of the most famous and successful entrepreneurs of our time. I call this slightly creepy. In July, Durov said he has had more than 100 biological children in 12 countries
Wow.
via sperm bank donations he's made over the last 15 years. He's just jerking and depositing,
Yeah.
jerking and depositing. He's announced a plan to, quote,
Repopulate Russia.
this is such a weird time to be alive. To quote, open source my DNA so that my biological children can find each other more easily, which is better than that other dude that was in New York that was just putting his own batter into women and then
not telling
yeah.
them. Forgot about that.
He said he was once told by someone at an IVF clinic that it was his civic duty to donate sperm to help couples trying to conceive. But the person that told him that was himself. He said now he wants to destigmatize the notion of sperm donation and encourage more healthy men to do so. I'm fine with that. The rest of it's weird. He also has 5 children with 2 ex-girlfriends, which I'm not going to shame that either. He was arrested in France in August and has been forbidden to leave the country as authorities investigate charges of enabling criminal activity on his messaging app, including claims he allowed drug trafficking, fraud, and the sharing of child pornography.
That's illegal. It seems like this whole sperm donor ecosystem is the Wild West, and there's really not a lot of regulation out there. Am I wrong about that?
There is regulation on there, but if you're... The doctor was the problem in that one case, and he was going in the back and whipping up his own dessert.
Right.
You know?
Frothy. He called it Frothy Friday. He'd go back and...
Oh, it was every day of the week. It wasn't just Friday.
You've heard of Taco Tuesday. Hang on to your shorts. It's Frothy Friday. A river of ejaculate so large it would swallow the people of Pompeii. So, do you remember a guy that... I think he was court ordered to stop because he was over donating, and they were afraid he was going to screw up the kids. They're like some inbreeding or some, just to simplify it. And I think they made him stop. We had the story.
Was it Jonathan Jacob Meyer?
I don't know. It wasn't. He was not an American. He was a European dude.
Yeah, born in the Netherlands as of April 2023. Dutch court estimated that he had fathered between 500 and 600 children, but may have fathered up to 1,000 children over several continents.
Bam!
Yeah. Wow. Wild.
Yeah. Who has that much? Wow, that's so much ejaculate.
The other guy was Dr. Donald Klein.
Okay.
Inseminated dozens of patients with his own sperm.
Sounds like a Netflix.
And that's like dangerous because people could hook up and not know that they're half brothers, half sisters.
Correct. That's the problem with it. You know, you go to your DNA registry and you find out you're, And
I mean, there's
a
lot of these.
Yes, half your siblings in Deutschland is your half brother.
Right. So Donald Klein was in Indiana. Then there's a Dutch fertility doctor, John Carbot. Yeah. He did it too. Secretly inseminated his own patients with his own sperm. He did it between the 1980s to the 2000s.
Wow.
So how many was that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Would they get paid? I guess they'd do it for money.
The IVF people that this Pavel Durov is offering, he's just offering to cover the cost of IV treatment,
right?
IVF treatment.
Because he's bored and horny and rich.
And he wants his kids everywhere.
God, that's creepy. That's weird. Well, if he's a good-looking guy, he's got good hair, good teeth, good DNA background.
Kyle Gordy was featured in the documentary The Man with 1,000 Kids. He told Netflix he has about 70 children via sperm donation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what if you're on the other side? Say you want a IVF. Can you go meet the guy? Can you physically see him, meet him? Is that a thing, or
it depends on the situation?
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't know the regulations on that stuff. Would you want to meet the guy? Check him out, give him, look him in the eye. All right, you look okay. Don't have a third eyeball. I guess the kid will come out okay.
Yeah, it's different for everyone. I would think if I was going to get IVF, I would probably want it to be somebody that I knew.
There you go. Melissa Etheridge used David Crosby.
Right.
Because they were friends, and she wanted a little musical talent in there.
Yeah, totally.
10% musical talent, 90% crazy.
And, their character. You can only tell so much based on a profile, right? Like, okay, I can read all of this, and I can see their successes, but is this person a douchebag?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, you kind of want to, I don't know, but it's different for everybody. It's just so different for everybody.
Who's the old guy from way back that, the old ruler?
Greg Bear. Oh.
Genghis Khan?
Yeah.
Is that who I'm thinking of? Didn't he father 80,000 kids?
Yeah. Yep.
We'll call this guy Genghis Khan. How's that sound? We'll just move on.
That's gross.
Genghis Khan, what was his claim to fame? Didn't he fight Tyson? No. Who am I thinking of? That's Jake Paul. And then, of course, you got Nick Cannon. He's got 40 kids. He won't stop either. Mm-hmm. Weird stuff. It's like a kinky side gig.
It estimates that today about 16 million men alive today are descendants of Genghis Khan.
Yikes. Good work, buddy.
Damn.
How long ago was that? Like a Genghis Khan. 1600s. No.
1100s.
1100s. All right. I missed it by that much. So, okay, so in wrapping this up, what do they want to do with this guy?
Nothing. He's just letting you get his semen injected in you. He's gonna pay for the baster.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Weird kink, like I said. Just I'd chalk it up to a weird kink, I guess.
It feels like he just wants to spread.
Mm-hmm. I just wondered if there was a religious aspect angle to it.
Josh has a good point. I imagine sperm donation attracts a certain type of personality. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what? You're probably right about that. Well, when I say religion, it's like you're playing evolution now. It's like you're trying to game the system to your weird political beliefs. Right.
I don't know. Strange stuff.
Yeah, like he wants to be Genghis Khan, but minus the raping. Instead, it's like, I'm just going to pay for your IVF.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
People, relax.
What a complete waste
We are killing it online. Have you guys checked the comments?
of cyberspace.
Smoke That Skin Wagon says, you guys are killing it.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
We're internet sensations.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
Jesus Christ. 4 people in L.A. are facing insurance fraud charges after claiming a bear got in their 2010 Rolls Royce and destroyed it.
I saw the fake claw marks on the news last night. They were trying to fake a bear attack. What a bunch of freaking morons.
They claimed it happened in January during a trip to Lake Arrowhead.
Yeah.
They had security footage to back it up, but the footage is actually what did them in, these big dummies. Even though it's from a distance, you could tell it's obviously someone in a freaking bear costume.
Yes.
So
Well, they have the costume.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Officials launched an investigation called Operation Bear Claw.
Oh, yeah.
They looped in a biologist at the California Department of Wildlife. They watched the video and they were like, that's a human in a bear suit. The scratch marks in the car also looked weird and too evenly spaced. It turned out they had used metal claws meant for shredding meat.
Hey, you imagine you're sitting there fixing dinner going, you know what this looks like? An insurance fraud. Mm-hmm. Bear attack.
Officials found the bear suit and the claws in one of the suspects' homes.
I literally, it was funny when we watched it, when we saw the story and the claw marks. We both go, we're not even bear experts, and we knew it wasn't a bear claw attack.
Right. So dumb. As dumb as it was, turns out they actually pulled it off twice before with 2 other cars.
Dude.
Both Mercedes.
Mercedes?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Together, the fraudulent claims netted them just over $140,000.
Unbelievable.
39, 32, and 26 years old. They're all facing charges for conspiracy and insurance fraud.
So they got the payoff and they got to keep the cars? Well, yeah, to go get it fixed.
Yeah.
Wow. Why don't I think of this? I wish I was an evil asshole.
Well, I think you lack follow through.
I could do like that's true. I could do hey, we gonna do some fraud on American Family? No, dangerous golfing. Okay, cool. We're not. Can't he's not here for to get the bear outfit. Mm-hmm. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I could fake like some badger attacked my house and ate my patio furniture or something, But no, here I am, just doing God's work on the radio, living up to what the Lord put me here to do.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a. If you get a chance to watch that footage, watch it.
It's hilarious.
A couple dummies.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
But it worked twice before. But I don't know. How much were they seeking for the Rolls Royce? I wonder. Let me see. That story didn't say.
How did they? So did they buy the Rolls Royce used with the first insurance claim fraud check? I mean, if you've got my point being, if you've got Rolls Royces, why are you trying to claim fraud? Mm-hmm. It sounds like you've already got a little bit of money. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they got all that money. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Strange world, man.
It doesn't say. We don't have that information.
Insurance companies are pretty good at that stuff. They're no dummies. They're no dummy.
Don't get me started on insurance.
Oh,
well, it's just my insurance lady, Colleen Frenzel's amazing. American Family Insurance, Colleen Frenzel, Janesville. But just health insurance in general is very frustrating.
That's a whole different. That's a whole different show we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that it's interesting that Peter Walton got voted in Mount Horeb Insurance Agent of the Decade twice now for just giving till it hurts, and that's a fact. Anyways,
I don't think that is a fact.
No, he showed me his ribbon.
I don't know how you just saying you were doing the Lord's work And now you're on here lying on the radio.
I might be fibbing a little bit.
You're going to get struck down by lightning.
It was a ribbon. I don't know. It might have been from high school. I don't know.
His track medals. Was he showing you his track medals?
Yeah, we were comparing track medal sizes.
Boy.
Then we went out and see who could jump the furthest. We had a little track meet.
Man, I wish I would have been there.
Those two guys doing their shirts off in the front yard at that American Family Insurance.
Look away. Look away.
That's the weirdest Greco Roman track meet I've ever seen in my life.
You can learn a lot listening to podcasts.
And only 3 countries in the world don't use the metric system?
Or you can listen to this one.
I can't remember where I went Friday. Oh, my
Oh
God.
my God, what did I do on Friday? I got to check my calendar.
If anybody saw me Friday, call.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
I literally have no idea where I was Friday.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
You know what today is?
No, why don't you tell me?
You don't know you recycle?
Today is National Recycling Day.
Hi, I'm reminding you to recycle.
And recycle everything.
Hey, always recycle.
And so we must all recycle every day.
We recycle everything.
Y'all recycle.
Yeah, recycle this.
National Recycling Day.
Recycling bins everywhere.
So it's showtime.
That's a good song for the old Top 40 days.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow, Wow West. That's a good one.
That was a great song.
Yes, it was.
Okay. It is National Recycling Day. How do you do with recycling?
I am not the poster boy for recycling. I can sadly state that for a fact.
Okay.
I don't know. Laziness? I don't know. I just feel like most stuff's just going to get dumped in the landfill one way or another, and I guess I've talked myself out of it.
Okay, so you're not far off from the truth, but like, you know, your soup cans and stuff like that, your pop cans, your beer cans, your beer bottles, all of that stuff is easily recyclable. It's when you start talking about plastic.
Yes, correct. I think that's where I'm leaning. So it's all one big stinky pile of coffee grounds to me, I guess.
Yeah. Continue recycling those other things, and I mean, I guess you can continue recycling plastic if it makes you feel better. But you know, I mean, the reality of it all is, it's kind of a myth, as it were.
Yeah. Well, okay. Do you have some facts there?
A recent Greenpeace report found that people may be putting plastic into recycling bins, but the amount of plastic transformed into new items in the U.S. is at roughly 5 to 6% low.
Wow.
The plastic industry has spent tens of millions of dollars promoting the benefits of plastic, a product that, for the most part, was buried, was burned, or in some cases wound up in the ocean. The problem has existed for decades, and in all that time, less than 10% of plastic has ever been recycled.
What was that number again?
Less than 10% of plastic has ever been recycled.
Wow.
Meanwhile, plastic production is ramping up. New plastic is cheap, it's made from oil and gas, and it's almost always less expensive and higher quality. The result is that plastic trash has few markets, a reality that the public does not want to hear.
So the recycling percentage of that stuff just ends up in the landfill is what we're talking about.
The recycling of plastic was a marketing thing that the plastics company did to make you feel better about consuming plastic.
You know what? I don't even want to know this stuff.
Yeah.
I wish you wouldn't even tell me these things.
Plastic's the devil. It is the devil.
The one thing I do feel like I'm doing something good about is cardboard, because that I feel like is obvious.
Right.
So that I'll do.
Everything. The other stuff is great.
Yeah.
And we do a great job at recycling all those other stuff.
Plastic is evil, dude.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like when people
I was kind of right. My instinct was kind of right.
When people like, you go back in time, what would you do? I'd be like, I would kill whoever invented plastic.
Hitler and plastic. Then the plastic guy. Take those two right out.
Man.
What if it was the same guy? What if Hitler invented plastic? Can we hate Hitler any more than we do?
I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, it's wild. But it's just a good reminder to, and I know it's hard as I sit here and drink my K-cup coffee.
Isn't there an old saying that goes, when in doubt, throw it out or something? You know, just, the years of nonsense I've been told about recycling.
Right. I think it's different for each who's ever collecting and recycling. But I think in general, they want rinsing it out is probably the best way to go about doing it. They're not going to want like your gunky tin cans and all that stuff. And I thought the rule for cardboard was like if it's like your pizza cardboard and stuff, they can't recycle that.
Gotcha. So here is a weird, stupid question, which I'm really good at. Where does the plastic recycle? Who's the wall where it stops? Is it where the landfill goes? Screw it, put it in the hole, or are they the keeper of the plastic, or does it not get? Where does it go when it leaves my bin at the end of my driveway?
It goes to a sorting place.
Supposed to get sorted. Okay, so that's where it should happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And plastic can only be recycled a limited number of times, but like the reality is half of the world's plastic still goes straight to the landfill.
That's incredible. I didn't know the number was that low. That's incredible.
Another fifth is mismanaged, meaning it's not recycled, incinerated, or kept in sealed landfills, putting it at risk of being leaked into rivers, lakes, and the oceans. So, yeah, the real thing here is we need to stop with plastic, and I know it's hard. It's so friggin' hard.
Well, yeah. I mean, that includes like the bubble wrap, like the hard plastic shell casing from all the Christmas,
God,
and all that stuff, right? Right. That's all the same stuff. Yeah, boy, that's a shockingly low number.
5 to 6%.
So you're looking at plastic companies. So, and then here's the next part of that. Where does the plastic get shipped to once it gets sorted? Is it in town? Is it got to go on another truck? Is there so many regulations that they say, screw it, it's too expensive? Like the cruise ship industry.
Right.
They pay the fines. It's cheaper to dump poo in the Atlantic Ocean than it is to actually do the recycling.
So we export a lot of it.
No kidding.
To China. China is the main importer of plastic waste from developed countries, including the U.S., for many years.
Wow, that seems expensive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they bring plastic in, we ship plastic out.
But I don't know if we do it anymore because there has been a ban on it. And China banned the import of 24 types of solid waste, including plastic waste. So I'm not sure if we're still sending it over there.
So it sounds like the option you're giving me is to reduce my consumption of plastic. And how the hell do you do that?
Right. Slowly. Just little by little.
So take your own bag to Aldi and Walmart and start. Yeah, I don't know. I guess.
You know, like
I
got to stop with these K-Cups. I need to get the refillable K-Cup and just start doing it on my own.
Yeah.
You know, it's single-use plastic, man. It's hard.
Don't beat you up. It's good coffee. Don't beat yourself up.
It is good coffee.
You deserve it. You got up at 3:30 in the morning. You give yourself that K-Cup.
I know, but then I'm all like, well, and then part of see, my brain goes around and around with this because part of me is a nihilist too, and I'm all like, well, we aren't the problem. You know, we do better over here. It's the other people on the other side of the globe that are the problem, throwing it into the waterways.
Right.
Why should I care?
Who says they're not halfway to China and they just dump it? You know?
Right.
Who's watching now? And I wonder, God, I don't even, that's a great question. Am I paying extra for a recycling bin? I have no idea what I'm paying.
Yeah,
I
think you do pay extra.
I'm sure I do.
I'm currently driving on my way into work to a plastic factory. Sorry, D.
I'm going to come down and take your K-Cup and give it a nice burial, and I'll say something nice. Oh.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it?
It's disappointing. I mean, there's people that are supposed to get paid. Oh, boy. Sounds like a joke.
But, I mean, and as we learn more about plastics, right, they're not great for us either.
So it's interesting. So we're supposed to feel better about ourselves as consumers, knowing that they're lying to us.
Right. It was a whole thing.
I did not know that.
It was a total plan.
Wow.
It was a marketing plan.
How long's that been going on?
Since the 90s.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
I can't trust anybody.
No, you especially can't trust giant corporations.
Yeah. Oh boy. So what are where do we go from here? What are we looking at? Can we come up with a better formulated plastic invention?
I mean, we've already had glass.
Yeah.
You know, I wish we could. You remember going to the store and getting a 6-pack of sodas in the glass.
Totally.
Yeah.
And that's recyclable.
Yeah, it was reusable. You returned your six-pack.
Right.
You return your glasses. Why don't we do that anymore? You know what I mean? Some of that stuff. And I think it will make a comeback as people start to realize, like, oh, my God. And we are, you talk about microplastics being in everything. Why do you think that is?
By the way, Michael Moore just texted me, told me to tell you to go to hell. You and your K-Cup can go to hell.
I know. It's fine.
Sad.
Sure, you could hate me for a million other reasons.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
If we get rid of plastics, how are you going to get rid of your trash?
Well, the
garbage bag in your garbage can is plastic.
Listen, stop asking too many smart questions, mister.
I think the problem, it's the single-use plastic.
Well, you know what I do with my garbage bag? We reuse, and we're not cheap, but we use a garbage bag unless it's smelling super bad. We keep it in the bin for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel better. I'm not going through a garbage bag every 2 days.
Right.
In my kitchen bin or whatever the damn thing's called, waste basket, whatever it is. So I don't know. How do you philosophically deal with this recycling mess? What do you do to help?
I try to recycle as much as I can.
All right.
I mean, we got a recycle bin in the garage, and we take it out and dump it in the bin that goes out to the street curb every other week.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of recycling going through where I work.
All right, that's cool. I guess I could do better.
So,
yeah,
bundle up your cardboard. Yeah,
well,
break it down.
But
Bundle
I
up
mean,
your cardboard, your newspapers and stuff.
Isn't it weird when
get
you
your soda in the cans instead?
I know, but doesn't it suck when you hear the fact that less than 10% has ever been recycled?
Yeah, it's sad.
And then
I work with that, so you see that much every day.
I know,
you're like, wow.
You're paying for something hasn't ever happened.
Right.
That sucks.
Yep.
All right, man. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, and even you think about Ziploc bags.
True that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got my strawberries in a Ziploc bag. I could just as easily put it in
Tupperware.
in a glass mason jar.
Tupperware, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? But it's those adjustments. It's just hard. I suppose once you make them, it's fine. But it's just hard to make that adjustment and get all that plastic out of your house.
It's a conundrum. It's a plastic conundrum. They're not doing their job, but I'm also not helping on a personal basis.
We've just gotten so used to the convenience of it all. We have to unlearn the convenience.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I got to quit being lazy. My neighbors are probably watching me. It's like that idiot never puts his recycling bin out. I knew it. Let me get this straight, ma'am. You bury your toilets in the backyard, ma'am. Is that how it works? Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. Hey, I thought all the garbage went to the garbage patch in golf.
That's what I think. That's my conclusion.
Yeah, and I know Arizona, the prisoners down in Arizona, they sort through all the recycling, and they do all of it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah. That's their job, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, that's their job.
All
right,
right.
guys, have a good day.
You too.
And then what? When you recycle plastic, I'm just asking questions. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Is it harmful to the environment to recycle? What about emissions from plastic recycling?
Right, that I don't.
Is it even?
know.
Does that even make it worse?
Right, and other people brought up too, shipping glass. It weighs more. Is that gonna? You start getting in this whole cycle of it all.
Okay, cardboard, glass, fine. Plastic, we don't even have a place to send it.
Right.
We put it in a container ship.
Right.
So that's depressing. I quit.
I know. It's so hard. And then you just start, if you're Catholic, you can feel guilty about it all day if you try. But yeah, it sucks the joy out of a lot of things when you're like, oh, this coffee doesn't taste as good. Knowing that. You know what I mean?
The sour. My coffee just got a little sour.
My K-Cups be going to the ocean.
Hello?
I have to be like Johnny and be wrong about 90% of the things.
Well, 89%, not 90. I'm getting better.
I'll give you 89.5.
All right.
Because you're almost an elder kid.
I'm working hard. I forget things. I'm trying to hang in there with the kids. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. What's going on?
How's it going?
Good. What's up?
Hey, construction business. Think about that one.
Oh, my God. No, think about the plastic. Yes. Going down the interstates.
Yep. Oh, God, yeah.
Wow.
Everything is wrapped in plastic, all the strapping, every single bit that you buy for your tools, all that stuff. Plastic everywhere. Everything's being coated in plastic.
Yep.
They're using plastics in wood, even.
Right.
Make it stronger, sturdier. I mean, just the amount of it that is around you is ridiculous.
Right.
It's everywhere.
So where is all this plastic actually going that's not getting recycled?
Well, you see dumpsters, just dumpsters of it for any type of new home. You just have one big dumpster that everything goes into.
Right. And then China takes it, and God knows you don't even want to right down the rabbit hole, man.
Mm-hmm.
Or 90% of the stuff.
They're probably
some of these.
Listen, they're probably building cities in China on top of plastic
well,
garbage
they did
dumps.
ban the import thing now, so it's probably just going into our landfills.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, you see some of these smaller construction companies that have their little personal trailers that are dump trailers. They go right out to a landfill and just dump it, and 90% of the stuff they're dumping is plastic.
Yeah.
All right. Talk to you later.
Yeah,
Thanks. Have a good day.
Yeah. So your 2x4s. You see the big trailers full of lumber and oh man, when you really start thinking about the plastic that you see every day,
right?
Holy crap,
dude! It's gonna be like the movie WALL-E.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be surrounded by trash.
Oh man,
the great trash avalanche is gonna take us down.
That's not anything to do with my white trash family in Ohio, does it? Is that different?
No.
God.
Newer, gayer, dumber. That's JJO News. Sorry.
That was like an exhausting conversation.
I was
waiting for one piece of good news. She's like, we interrupt this program to bring you some good news.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Hawk's out in the hallway looking to fire somebody. You better make this quick.
All right.
Don't give him any ammo, Biatch.
Oh, my God. Shut up. It's also National Bunt Day today, which, don't forget, JFK's great-grandpa invented the bunt pan.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's true. I should call him. JFK, call if you're listening.
I have to do cat chat, too. And he ain't going to call.
No.
And World Vasectomy Day.
No, it's a great it's a great story, though. His grandfather invented the bunt cake.
Or I think his great-grandfather.
Yes, it's really cool. And he got none of it, so he's a little
not even a free bunt cake.
Not even a bag of flour.
Not a pan to be found.
No.
Comes with a free vasectomy. I love every kind of cat. I just want to hug all of them, but I can't hug every cat. Can't hug every cat.
Dance real nice.
So anyway, I am a cat lover and I love to run. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about cats again. I really love our cats.
Okay.
We love our cats.
Yeah. I got to thank Brittany for sending me this. This is a lady. She spent $3,000 to freeze her dead cat.
Hey,
PC2.
I don't want none of that.
This is the unboxing.
Yes, I can.
Do you feel I can?
Is this real?
Yeah.
Aww.
Yes, I can.
I sent this to Kevin Bozeman.
Look at our boy. Oh, man, it's rock hard.
Yeah, it is.
Carlisle. Show Carlisle. Show Carlisle.
She's petting it.
That's a stiff pussy cat.
Crazy lady. So now the other cats come up to it and they're like, what in the French toast did you do to Gerard? Send it to Kevin Bozeman. He goes, tell me you're white without telling me you're white.
Wait a minute. Why is it? How can it? It's the actual cat frozen like Terminator style.
Can I see it?
Yeah, here, I'll just.
It's.
I hope it doesn't remind me of Aspen. I'll cry. Where's it at? Oh, wait. So let me get this straight. It's a taxidermy.
Look at here.
Cat.
Yeah. Is it? It doesn't. It's frozen though, right?
Well, no, it's not. It would thaw.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is it taxidermy?
It's frozen. She has to keep it at a certain temperature.
So she just takes it out.
She pulls. It's cold.
Well,
frozen cat.
I will tell you this. She posed it in an amazing way when she puts it in the fridge or the freezer. She must prop the head up so it stays.
Oh boy, look at her
in a position.
She's completely sane, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh,
with her heart-rimmed glasses.
I know. I am so torn about this topic.
No, this is unhealthy.
You need to accept it and move on.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the case.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards.
She's dressing it up.
She's dancing with it around the Christmas
with a frozen
tree.
cat in one position.
Yeah. You know, crazy people do this with their grandmas and stuff. But you know why that is? Because they're collecting Social Security checks.
Right.
They got to prop it up in a window so the mailman can see it.
Things looks like Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining. It's
100%. $3,000.
No, that's so effed up, dude.
Stick it in the freezer.
You can do a nice little memorial piece, but you need to move on. You got to move on.
I don't think I'd want the reminder of it.
Do you have to
right?
inject it with something that stays frozen?
She has to keep it
at
a certain temp and humidity. Obviously, there's a lot of maintenance to it.
Well, of course she can't keep it out for very long.
So $3,000.
She's got emotional problems.
What was the $3,000 for?
To get it frozen and stuff and pose like that, and it's stuff too.
Okay,
it's got it's got fake eyes.
Yeah,
and
okay,
whatever,
that's what I thought. So they did a little taxidermy work on it, and then she's just got to keep the body temperature right,
like the Han Solo of cats.
Well, why would you just not do a taxidermy so you don't have to keep freezing it?
I think a lot of places won't just do straight taxidermy on it. I don't know.
Well, why would you do half a taxidermy? That is so bizarre.
Can't you?
Would you do that to your pet?
No. I wouldn't have a pet.
Well, yeah, you're a cold, heartless bastard. You wouldn't. You inadvertently did it to your America, but that was a weird sin.
No, that was like 7.
Too soon. Too soon. You know where I buried our goldfish? Behind the air conditioner in our house. It was. I did a little.
Buried it?
Yeah, I did a little ceremony. I took it out and
behind the air conditioner.
Yeah. Well, it's beside the air conditioner, but there was some soft ground next to the foundation of the house.
So Soren High, a clothing designer from Portland, Oregon, paid $3,200 to freeze dry Loki cat, her 16-year-old dead cat. So this is a different one. I witnessed my cat being killed by a dog in front of my eyes.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was a dog she was fostering.
So
what
she decided the best
getting
way
better by the minute
to memorialize Loki cat was to freeze dry her.
But their eyes look weird too.
Just take a great picture. I have pictures of Aspen all over the house.
Freeze drying has less impact on the body tissues compared to taxidermy, making the preservation much more ideal. There's very little chance that she won't look like herself through freeze dry.
Hell yeah.
Dude, this is like Jeepers Creepers style.
It's like you're watching mental illness for entertainment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
it's not good.
It's not good. That's not good.
Right. This is part.
But it's a coping mechanism.
Well, you're not coping. You're.
I mean, we don't agree with it, but whatever, dude. I don't know.
I don't think it's definitely not healthy no matter what you are.
I feel like it's almost disrespectful to the animal just hauling the goddamn thing out of the freezer every day.
Yep, back in the fridge, crisper with you.
Exactly. You've been bad. Back
to
the
go
crisper.
Get Gerard back out of the freezer.
I'm going to tuck you in next to the hash browns. This is really classy. Yeah, no thanks.
Go get some sausage links and the cat out of the freezer.
So here we go. She's actually fully intact, meaning she was never skinned, and all her bones are actually still inside.
And organs?
But her organs were removed with an incision and then cremated.
So
that's right.
That's still sad.
But I think that's why a lot of places won't do pet taxidermy.
Yeah.
You know. In the end, she was simply put in a dryer and dried at very low she's jerky. Low temperatures to become this.
Right. Very disrespectful. In my opinion.
Just
I don't know.
Bury the goddamn cat.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Say your goodbyes, cry like the rest of us do, and move on.
Why go through that roller coaster every day? That emotional. It's you're killing yourself.
That's what people with pets, because they don't have as long a shelf life.
It's like,
you know what I mean?
When you go to the graveyard cemetery, you get emotional. That's why I don't go to the cemetery every day.
Right.
I don't want to feel like that every day.
You don't? I do.
I thought you went there when you want to get laid.
Well,
that's how I finish.
I did get laid on the cemetery on Mineral Point Road, but that's a different day. It's for a different day.
It's not a sad occasion. Although you did cry.
Don't go there, Mommy.
You went to the pet cemetery and did you bury it?
You never heard about that?
No, this
he
is good.
had sex in the cemetery.
Well, dude, it was dark.
What was his name?
Whatever. You know what?
You know what?
You're jealous.
You know what? I hope that there were little ghost perverts all around.
Oh, watch it. Oh, yeah. It's like MacGruber. Did you see that? Yeah.
I don't care.
Just
you know what?
putting ghost semen all over your car.
It felt good, and I'm not going to take it back.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.